When we found him, he couldn't walk. He was weak, helpless, and completely dependent on someone to save him. But we refused to give up on him, and what happened next changed everything.
So we took him with us, hoping we could give him the chance he had been waiting for. He was scared, exhausted, and completely dependent on us. But we weren't going to leave him behind. For the first time in a long time, he was finally going somewhere safe. And as we drove him to the clinic, we could only hope that this was the beginning of a new life for him. He didn't know where he was going. He didn't know what was waiting for him. But he was no longer alone. Someone was finally there to fight for him. And sometimes, all an animal needs, someone who refuses to give up. Because this wasn't just a trip clinic. It was the first step toward giving Chiretto a second chance.
He began to eat, and even started playing with the hands caring for him. For a little while, he forgot about the pain. He was just a little dog, enjoying a moment of love and attention. And seeing him like this reminded us why we couldn't give up on him. Because behind all the pain, there was still a happy little soul waiting to come back. We had so many questions. Would he ever walk again? Would he ever be able to stand on his own? Would he ever run, play, and live like other dogs? We didn't know, and we desperately wanted answers. After consulting several veterinarians, we finally had to face a heartbreaking reality. Chiretto might never walk like other dogs again. We tried to imagine what his life would look like from that moment on, but instead of asking what he couldn't do, we started asking what we could do for him, and that question changed everything. Today was the best day of Chiretto's life, and ours too. After everything he had been through, we finally took him to the doctor. We had no idea if this would work, but we were ready to try anything to give him a chance. And then, the moment we had been waiting for finally came. Chiretto was getting his very first wheelchair. Getting the wheelchair was only the beginning. Now, Chiretto had to learn how to use it. At first, it wasn't easy. He struggled, he fell, and he tried again. But every little movement was a victory. So his first attempts weren't perfect. He started bumping into people. He was trying to figure it all out. And apparently, everyone was in his way. But honestly, it was completely normal. He had never used a wheelchair before. And with every little attempt, he was slowly getting better. Different doesn't mean less. Every life deserves a chance. If you love Chiretto, subscribe. And tell us what was your favorite moment. Chiretto love you all.